Lon Hazlet joining us from the Northwest Area Rangers football program. And Lon, great to see you, and look forward to talking to some guys here. Let's talk about the start of camp for the Rangers.
We're excited. You know, the off season is always long and tedious, and you know, you put in that time to improve yourself individually and work with your teammates. But you know, now's the time that we enjoy, and we've got a really great group of guys. I'm really blessed to be around on a daily basis. They're good football players. They're good young men. They're a lot of fun to be around. So we're ready to get rolling.
Knowing at Northwest area, you got some grinders. You got some guys that kind of have that blue collar mentality from where they're at. It always helps to know that these guys aren't going to give up. They're going to work as hard as anybody.
Well, they reminded me last week of our schedule, and you know, we won 4 games last year late in the fourth quarter. You know, we just found a way to win, and I've said this a million times, and I mean it respectfully, but we weren't as good as we played last year, and normally you try to get teams to live up to their potential, and last year we actually played above our potential. I think a couple of the teams that we beat down the stretch were probably better football teams than we were, but our guys, they come from good families. They're quality young men. They've been raised right, and I'm just fortunate enough to coach them at this point. But they're awesome, and you know, we find a way. You know, we put on a couple drives the end of series last year and find a way to close games out, and you know, and that won't be easy to do again. So you know, we got to remember where we came from.
You've had some success in the past, high school football, but it seems every year at TAC you're working a little bit harder, and I guess you have to. Every other coach or every other program's trying to do the same. But
that's exactly right. You know, I've had a great run, and I've been around a lot of quality young men growing up. You know, my son got married here a couple weeks ago, and my wife and I joked, but you know, the 300 people that were at the wedding, about 200 of them played for me, and you know, they litter our past, and we're very fortunate. But there's no way to be good at this sport in today's day and age without doing the extra, without putting the time in. And the teams we play against are well coached, and those are good quality athletes on those teams. And you know, we just try and find a way to get it done.
The identity this year of the Rangers, what are you guys going to be known for, offensively or defensively?
Well, you know, it's always nice, and you know, and I'm sure you're going to talk to him here in a minute, but it's always nice when you got a 1,700-yard tailback coming back that, you know, scored 26 touchdowns a year ago, and you know, that's a luxury for us as a staff. But at the same time, we think to, and when I say that, I speak of Jake Anderson, and you know, having him back, he was our identity last year behind a big physical offensive line. A couple of those guys are gone. We're not quite as big as we have been in the past, but at the same time, Jake comes back, and you know, that lets me sleep a little better at night. But we really think David Pistrak is going to come into his own. He was a sophomore starter for us last year and had never played the position of quarterback. You know, and ended up having 1,400 yards, 800 through the air, and 600 on the ground. Scored over 10 touchdowns himself, and our top 2 receivers in Brandon Hardiman and Connor Hazlet are back. You know, and we would like to be a little more diversified on offense and be able to spread the ball around, and of course we want our trademark to be physical. We work real hard with our young men to be quality young men, be good students, and be gentlemen off the field. But when we pull the cage on and get inside the field, we try and bring a little nasty to the ball game.
Well, it's always great to see you, and then bringing your young men here to our Carol and Janelle's Takeaway Kitchen.
It's a pleasure, and you and your staff do a great job with what you do, and I genuinely appreciate everything you not only do for our boys, but you know, for high school athletes across the area. I've been other places, and it's not always done this way, so thank you very much.
Jacob Anderson joining us from the Northwest Area Rangers football team. And Jacob, let's talk about the off-season workout for these guys. Obviously, you're a senior, one of the leaders, so what were your impressions upon everybody's work ethic?
Everybody's working hard. I was worried in the beginning because we were coming back from losing seniors, and it's always like rough in the beginning. But everybody's jumping in, everybody's running, everybody's working hard. Practices are going good, and we're being worked. We're doing good at it.
How about your focus on saying, okay, this is what I did well last year, but boy, I really need to improve here, whether your coach taught you, whether you had a little self-motivation on your own, whether your family said, hey, you're doing this well, let's work on that?
Okay, so last year I ran the ball pretty good, but there's been a bunch of games that I've gotten hawked. Like I've gotten to like the 5-yard line and got caught. And so I just want to work on stamina and getting a little better on running, but not just running, but catching-wise, I have bad hands. So over the summer I've been working on catching. Hopefully I get some more balls catching and get more yards that way instead of just rushing, because instead of being like a one player, like, oh, he's going to run because that's what he can do, you'd rather be dangerous in more than one place on the field. As a team, I think we ran a lot last year, but I think we want to work on throwing a little more. My quarterback's returning, so if we get the ball out a little bit more, we can be dangerous in more than one place.
Coach said you're not as big up front, but talk about some of the physicality you hope that happens up front on that offensive line.
We're not as big up front as we have been for the past couple years, but the line, they work hard. They've been working hard, so I think they're going to outwork people. Like maybe not the first quarter, but second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, they're going to get to you, and they're just going to keep working, and they're going to keep going. Like instead of like muscling you the first play, first 3 plays, they're going to come back like fourth quarter, and they're going to hit you hard, and they're not going to be running out of juice. They're going to have juice left over, and they're going to keep going.
As far as your classroom work, talk about working hard in the classroom. Seems like you do a good job there, and where's that come from?
Well, I've had a lot of people in my family and in my life come tell me that you can't get anywhere without schooling. And I've seen it before, that if you don't have the right schooling and you don't know anything, when you leave high school, you're not going to be prepared. So I'd rather leave high school having a little bit on my shoulder, knowing a little bit more, so when I get out there in the real world, I'm ready to go. And no matter where I go, college or work or like schooling, I want to be ready and I want to know a little bit more.
As far as those future endeavors, let's talk a little bit about what's next for you. I know you like science and math in high school, so how do you hope to carry that over to the next level?
If I can get a scholarship or get looked at by colleges for football, I'm gonna go. I'll go to college for football, and I will go probably into like the medical field, maybe physical therapy or something like that. If I do not go play in the secondary, I will probably go to lineman school or something along that line, somewhere to make money and somewhere to see the world. So.
Your family, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about having some siblings, both boys and girls, and what it's like being you.
I'm the youngest in a big family. I have a brother, Joey, and I have 2 sisters, Jessica and Clarissa. They all have kids. My brother has a daughter. My sister has 1 daughter, 2 sons. My other sister has a daughter and a son. And we're a big family. I see them a lot, and I watch kids. And my sister, Jessica, she always told me that I need to go to college because you need to make money in this world to get far. And she told me hard work gets you further, and my mom told me that, and my stepdad and everybody. So I'm just trying to make a good impression on the family name. Keep going.
Sounds like you got your act together, and it sounds like it's going to be a positive year there at Northwest Area. We wish you the very best.
Yep, thanks.
David Peastrack joining us with the Northwest Area Rangers here at our Carolyn Jadell. And David, Ranger football, you guys are hoping to win some games like you did late last year in games. And talk about what the mentality you think of the Ranger team is this year.
Well, definitely we're a more hunted team this year than we were last year. Like Northwest has always really been underdogs in the Wyoming Valley Conference, and I really think this year, after last year, about surprising late in the season and a lot of upsets that we had against teams that will be trying to come for us this year. So I think it'll be more of a we'll be hunted.
Let's talk a little bit about the weight room this year, how things went there.
Oh, we don't take breaks. I noticed a lot of the younger guys working hard. Like there's a lot of people who have been improving this year than they did last year. Like people who weren't starting, which I really feel could help us a lot this year on even just special teams, because every position really helps us out a lot. Gets the starters off the field when they have to help us out in situations like that.
How about number 11? How has number 11 improved in the offseason?
Oh, definitely, like Coach Hazlet has been talking to you about before. I really improved on passing the ball this year. We were trying to really balance out running and passing. Last year we were a more run-oriented team, and this year we're going to even it out. And I'm hoping to get our team better on the passing than the receiving yards.
Let's talk about other sports you play. You play baseball. What do you like about that game?
Well, I don't know. I just like how it's a more classy game. It's just like football is more like tough game and kind of classy. It's more thought and stuff.
Okay, as far as the classroom, doing a nice job maintaining over a 3.2 average, and talk about some subject areas you enjoy.
Well, I really like science. It's been an interest like all my life. I really like animals, and I like helping people too. Like anything like humanities, science and stuff like that. But like
You're only a junior, so college is going to be around the corner. Are you thinking maybe like a vet or just something in that field possibly that helps animals?
I've been thinking. Right now, I'm at state police.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward. Like I wanna, cause like it just like interests me. It has to do with like biotechnology stuff like that. Like just helping people out, and you deal with animals along the way too.
A popular field.
Yeah.
State police the last couple of weeks talking to some football players, that's for sure. Some of your inspirations, your parents are good role models for you. Talk about how they support you.
Oh, they're unbelievable. They would do anything. They would run across the world. Like they just really like help me through school and through sports on days that hurting and stuff. They really pushed me and get me to the next step.
Yeah, not every day we always feel like doing something. Sometimes we need a push, and the folks are a good source. Well, looks like you have some fun. You got a couple of siblings there in your life, so we wish you well this year with the Northwest Area Rangers.
Thank you.
Bo Getz joining us from the Northwest Area Rangers here on the John Mendola Show with our Carol and Janelle. And Bo, you're a fullback, so obviously in the start, let's talk a little bit about what's it take to be a good fullback.
Just blocking. You have to block really well and make sure that you make the block so your running back can get through the hole and hopefully score.
You got a pretty good running back, so you know he's hopefully going to do the job. What do you like about your tailback?
He's smart. Like, he knows the holes to hit. He runs the daylight. Anywhere he finds a hole, he hits it hard. And he hits hard too.
Of course, football is all you do, so you love the game. Tell us about what you really love about the game of football.
I'm a physical guy. Like, if I'm not hitting, then it's not really fun to me. I mean, fullback's good because I get the block, and then linebacker, you just get to pound people, so it works out for me.
Let's talk about that linebacking core this year, you along with a few guys. So tell us who are some of those other spots this year for Northwest
Tyler
area.
Stevens, man, he's my boy. He has always had my back just like I have his. He's always there. If I miss the tackle, he's there. And if he's there, then I come up and finish it off, you know. And Colton Babcock, he's small, but he will hit you like a train. He's good. He's very physical.
Always important, though, when you have those guys in front of you that help the linebackers make the tackles. Who do you have up front this year you think will help maybe take up some guys or possibly get some penetration in the backfield?
Devin Anasevich and Austin Salt, they're big boys, and they will help us out greatly help us out.
Future career for you looks like either a policeman or the military. Talk about why you're interested in either of those fields.
Well, again, physicality comes in hand. Like, you can get work done and like get crime off the street, man. Like, something I can do.
Gotcha. So it sounds like you're a guy who likes some structure, some consistency. It's your senior year. Well, we wish you well at Northwest Area this season. Go get them, okay?
Yep, thank you.
Connor Hazlet joining us from the Northwest Area Rangers football team. And Connor, being a coach's kid is always interesting. So what's it like for you knowing that your dad has, A and B and C, and he always seems like he has his ducks lined up?
Yeah. I mean, it's different, but I've been used to it. He's been my coach for everything for my whole life. And baseball, basketball, football. It's all been the same, so I've gotten used to it throughout the years.
Your mom has some coaching under her belt as well, so I'm sure she's got some structure for you too.
Yeah. Every time I get in the car after a game, I'm hearing it from my dad, hearing it from my mom, I'm hearing it from everyone in the family. Everyone's seen the coach somewhere.
As far as having fun, talk about what that's like right now and how much fun are you having with these Rangers?
Oh man, I love it. We're always having fun every day at practice. We always got a game going, super competitive. Always having fun with each other. Winning's always fun, so we do that a lot too.
Let's talk about the positions you're playing offensively and defensively and how you hope to contribute to the Rangers.
On offense, I'm a wideout, which last year I had a decent year, but I put in a big off season and I'm hoping to have a bigger year this year. And on defense, I was in all-conference corner. Dropped more picks than I could have had, but I mean, that comes with the territory this year. Moved up to that safety spot, so we're going to see how that works this year.
And let's talk about what you worked on and focused in on with your game in that offseason.
Focused on a lot of lifting and a lot of footwork. Always trying to be quick off the ball and, try and make a move to make guys miss and come up on that ball with those feet and getting bigger.
Do a heck of a job in the classroom, so talk about some of those subject areas you like and being able to kind of finish there in the classroom.
Yeah, big science fan. Science comes pretty easy to me, and also I like a lot of history, like a lot of war stuff.
Talk about some team activities. You guys do a little paintball. What's that like?
Yeah, this year we went to Army to tour the facilities, and afterwards we went to paintball, and that was a fun experience. 45, 50 guys running around shooting each other with paintball guns is always a good time.
That sounds like a fun year, and you guys always love playing Lake Lehman.
Oh, yeah.
What's it like when you go against Lehman?
Lehman's different. I played them for my first time last year as a Ranger, and it was a hard-fought game, a bunch of hostility, but we respect each other, and any given Friday, I mean, it could go either way. We're looking forward to playing them this year.
Connor, we'll go get them and have a great year.
Thank you.
Tyler Stevens joining us from the Northwest Area Rangers football team. And Tyler, let's talk about your junior year here, or what your expectations are for this team.
I'm really excited for this year. We got a lot of guys coming back. Got a great group of guys. We had a really good off season. I think we're gonna be really good this year. I have lost some good leaders last year, but all in all, I think we're gonna have a pretty good year.
Let's talk about position-wise on offense. You have a little bit of ability to be either a tight end or in the backfield.
Yeah. First off, Austin Ford, he hurt his knee, so I had to move to tight end recently. So I have to learn all this new position. And now, I would practice running back all summer, but now I have to move to this position, and I'm not too bad at it. I understand it, but I'm like that. I could go either way, so whatever, it's good.
How about some other guys on the team on offense that you think have worked hard in the offseason?
I really think Jake Anderson has put in a lot of work this offseason. He's always the first one there and the last one to leave. David Peastrak, Connor Hazlet, they're hard workers. They're some of my best friends. They will always work hard. Colton Babcock, he's a wrestler for us. He works hard too, but yeah.
Basketball is another sport you play. Talk about what you like about basketball.
I like our coach, Coach Babcock. He's a nice guy. I have good friends on there that help me through everything. So, and Coach Babcock, he's a good coach, and just fun to be around them.
Overall, go through some of the challenges most kids maybe not go through, and an unfortunate passing of your mom. Talk about trying to be as strong as you could to help out your siblings. What you try to do to help them out.
Well, it's hard when your mom passes away. She's always there for you, everything. But we just, I don't know, we try to move on, just know she's in a better place, and just keep doing what we do, normal day. I miss her a lot, but my dad's a really hard worker. He works on a farm, actually, and I help him whenever I could. And my brother and sister are very supportive of me, and I love him very much. And my brother actually plays football, and he's pretty good. He's a running back, too. So I work hard. This year I made it all for her, so I'm trying my hardest.
Talk about your relationship with Coach Hazlet and trying to get a little bit better, and take some coaching advice from him to improve your game and probably improve your game off the field in life itself.
Yeah, Coach Hazlet, he's a great guy. I think he's the best coach I've ever had in my life. He works me hard. He pushes me in my best. When I'm happy, I'm not a good player, but when I'm angry with somebody or get angry with him, it changes my attitude. I get a little mean and nasty, and that's what you have to do when you play football. Off the field, Coach Hazlet's a wonderful guy too. I come over to his house all the time. He helps me with anything I have going on. Me and Connor are best friends, so we hang out all the time, and he's always there. Fun guy, does whatever he wants to do, and I like him a lot.
You do a good job in the classroom. You got an A average. Talk about working on your classroom stuff all the time.
I take a lot of time to study. After football practice, we usually go after school until 5:36, and then I go home. Good hour and a half studying, working hard, and then after that, it's just free time the rest of the night. But I like all my teachers. My school likes me, my teachers like me, so I don't have any problem with school or anything.
It's your junior year, and college is in the future. What about an area of study you're thinking about when that comes up?
I'm thinking about going into turf and grass. It's more like an agriculture thing. My cousin actually is in there right now, and he's actually in Florida right now for the Florida Marlins, going our baseball fields and cleaning up the grass and turf and everything they have. So I'm pretty interested in that. So
sounds like a very interesting career path for you. Of course, one that you think you'll really enjoy. Tyler, we appreciate your time. Have a great season.
Yeah, thank you very much.